Hey Deracers, Ben here just to show you some of the back end for any of you coding nerds. So in that last video we talked a little bit about how I was building this system that I could process the data. Starting with SuperJockeyBot, what I do here is I just find the date of my last entry, so I set the day and the time, I submit it, and it creates this file. Now when you're taking a look at this one, this is based off of the race ID, the horse ID, and then the time is in seconds. This has two issues for our formatting. Let me minimize my bot again. So within our stable, we do it all based off of names, and then our time, we do it as minutes, seconds, milliseconds, and then the last thing that we do is we do not show duplicate horses in an entry, so that way each first place score is exclusively shown once. Now that's problematic. So in my data processor, what I've done here is I just copied a small section over here. This tells me that I have 57 unique races. So using Google Sheets app script, when I click on delete races, what this is going to just do is it's going to look at my last entry. It's going to compare real quickly against an array of horses. If our horse doesn't exist, it'll just flash delete that entire that race entry. Scrolling to the top, I started with 57. You can see that the races are just evaporating. When I do about a full day of data, that's probably about 4,000 lines, and so that processes in about 2 to 3 minutes, I think. So it's not too bad. Now this will finish up, and in this example, there are 14 races that were here. I did create this thing on the side. There's a 5-minute timeout with Google, and so I wanted to make sure I didn't break it. So here I just manually say if I want to do just one race at a time, or if I want to do 5 races at a time. Keep it pretty simple. Let's go with 1. When I scroll down to the bottom, I have a couple just buttons that I created to pin here, and then I have a tab where I'm trying to mimic the structure of our data. The last thing I'm going to do is once I vet this and make sure that this works right, then I'll just copy it over directly. But now when I'm down over here, if I just say it to convert, I'll click on that, and it's going to look at the last race, it's going to find our IDs, and then it's going to bring in the data in the exact format that I want. So real quickly I could see that Skandert and that race, he 7 furlong for 3 placed, and hey, he won. So as I go through this, I just click it on mini, processes everything, and what's awesome is our time of data entry has fallen from seriously, embarrassingly 4 to 5 hours combined down to now probably 5 minutes. So ever since using SuperJockeyBot, it put in a massive burden on us for data entry. This was a necessity, and yeah, so for us in our stable, it's just amazing to have this done. I'm ready for that Gen 1 tournament now. All right, guys, asking questions, I'll do my best to answer them.